I once conducted an experiment in my psychology class that left 30 students in tears. It wasn't about grades. It was about the one truth we all try to ignore until it's too late. I called my student Sarah to the front. She was young, full of life, and recently married. I said, "Write down the names of 30 people on the board who are most dear to you."
She smiled, thinking it was a game. She wrote quickly, her parents, her siblings,
Her cousins, her best friends from college, her neighbors, and her colleagues. At the very end, she wrote the names of her husband and her newborn son. I looked at the board and told her, "Now, erase 5 names of people you like the least." She laughed. "That's easy," she said. She erased some distant colleagues and a neighbor. Then I said, "Erase 5 more." She paused. She erased her distant cousins and some old high school friends. The room grew quiet. "Erase 10 more," I commanded. Sarah's hand hovered over the board. This was no longer a game. With a heavy heart, she erased her close friends and her extended family. Now only 4 names remained on the board: her father, her mother, her husband, and her son. The silence in the lecture hall was deafening. You could easily hear a pin drop. I walked up to her and whispered the hardest instruction of all: "Erase 2 more." Her eyes were welling up with tears. Her hand is trembling. She stood frozen. This was an impossible choice. How do you choose between the people who gave you life and the life you brought into this world? She sobbed quietly. After a long minute of agonizing struggle, she erased the names of her parents. The students gasped. But I wasn't finished. I looked her in the eyes and said, "One more." Sarah started shaking. She looked at the name of her son, then at the name of her husband. It was the most painful, heavy, and suffocating silence I have ever witnessed in a classroom. Finally, with a trembling hand and through a veil of tears, she erased the name of her son. Sarah sits down, burying her face in her hands. I stood by the board where only one name remains: the husband. I asked her, "Sarah, why? Your parents gave you life. Your son is your own flesh and blood. Why did you leave your husband's name for the last?" Sarah wiped her eyes. She looked at the class and said, "One day, my parents will leave me. My son will grow up, find a partner of his own, and build his own new life. He will soon leave to fulfill his own personal destiny. But the man I chose to walk through life with, he is the only one who will be holding my hand when I take my last breath. He is the pillar that stays when the storm clears. He is the person I share the parts of my soul with that no one else, not even my parents or my children." We spend our lives building a world full of people. We collect friends, we cherish family, we raise children. But have you ever wondered, if the world were to shrink down to just one person, who would be left standing beside you? Remember, a wife is the queen of the home, not a shadow in it. And a husband is the foundation that holds the roof up. Treasure that bond. Because when the world fades away and the names are erased one by one, that is the hand that will still be in yours. Be kind to your partner today. They are your forever. Who is your last name on the board? Tell them you love them with your whole heart.